Reason welcome. We are in part number 3 of the discussion of the play Antigone. Um, Part number 1, we just bring the problem that was happening in the city of Thebes. That we have the second term of the king Creon, Eteocles and Polynices have killed each other, and then Creon has assumed the throne. We have Antigone that has an idea about the course of her brother Polynices. We're going to have the message of the century. That in part number 2, that message will come up. That is that Antigone was indeed the person who broke the edict that the queen had decreed. And now we have part 3 with the announcement of Ismene. And that announcement is she's gonna ask Creon, are you willing to kill your son's bride? Yeah. Antigone is scheduled to marry the only son that is left from Creon, Haemon. So Antigone and Haemon are in love, and they have a relationship going for a while. Very important. Connect the dots and the bloodline and all of that. No incest here, okay? So, Creon says, hey, I don't want no wicked woman for my son. So, you know what? If they're together, I don't care, but I don't want a crazy woman with my son. Haman will enter the stage, and by this case, in this scenario, Antigone and Ismene, they're off stage. Haman will enter the stage, and he will speak to his father about Antigone. We presume that he's trying to plead the case for Antigone, and Creon will say to Haman, if you came to question my order, then there's nothing for you to do here. And then Haman will say, no marriage means more to me that you are continuing wisdom. So right here it's a shocker, because Ismene thought that the bride thing was gonna make was gonna do something in the decision of Creon, but it didn't. Haman is like, I'm not gonna go over your wisdom. And then Creon is gonna speak for a while, and I'm gonna just summarize it. He will say, it's good, Haman, for you to just be subordinated. And that word subordination, I believe, I presume that it triggered Haman, because after this, the mindset of Haman, the way he spoke to his father, is shifted. And so he began trying to convince his father that the decision was a wrong one. Creon will say that he is the voice that is making decisions in the city of Thebes. And Haman will reply, it is not a city if it's only taking orders from one voice. That says, if you don't listen to your people, if you don't listen to your son, then you're basically, Creon is being blinded here. Same way at some point Oedipus was. And Creon said, you know what? Let's make things interesting. I'm going to go forward with my decision, and I'm going to bring Antigone. Antigone is going to die in front of you, so you could witness the death of Antigone. And Haman says, if you're planning on killing Antigone in front of me, you're not going to see me anymore. This is the last you're going to see from your son. So Antigone is going to be locked inside a cave, and very interesting things will happen. Part number 4 is going to have an important element in the play, and that important element, that important card, is a guy named Tiresias. Part number 4 will have the entrance of Tiresias, and this is very important because, as we know, Tiresias is a blind prophet that wasn't listened to by Oedipus, and look what happened. Every time that Tiresias has things to bring up, ultimately they will happen. So stay tuned for part number 4, which will gather the conversation between Creon and Tiresias. Stay tuned.